Hi, I'm Jared. I've been working at Patterson Manufacturing for 6 years now, running the assembly line on the second floor. It's not glamorous, but it pays the bills, and I'm good at what I do. My boss, Derek Chen, manages our entire production department, 30 people across 3 shifts. Hey, Jared, got a minute? My coworker Marcus called out during our afternoon break. He was nursing his wrist again. What happened this time? I asked, pointing at the elastic bandage. Same old story. Reached into the press to clear a jam. Didn't hit the lockout switch first. Thing activated and nearly took my hand off. Marcus, that's the third time this month someone's bypassed the safety protocols on that machine. He shrugged. Yeah, well, Derek says we're behind on quota. He told me this morning, we don't have time for all that safety theater. Just be careful. I frowned. That's insane. You know what? I've been thinking about this. What if we installed a mandatory lockout system? Something that physically prevents the press from operating unless the safety protocol is engaged. Marcus's eyes lit up. Like an interlock system? Exactly. The machine won't run unless you've properly locked it out. Can't bypass it, can't ignore it. Dude, that's brilliant. You should tell Derek. The next morning, I knocked on Derek's office door. He was on his phone, feet up on his desk. What is it, Jared? I'm busy. I have an idea about the press safety issue, an interlock system that... Email me the details, he cut me off. I'll look at it when I have time. I spent 2 hours that night writing up a comprehensive proposal, diagrams, cost estimates, implementation timeline, the whole package. I sent it to Derek with the subject line, Press Safety Interlock Proposal, Jared Mitchell. 3 days later, Marcus burst into the break room where I was eating lunch. Jared, did you see Derek's presentation? What presentation? He's in the conference room right now with upper management. Sarah from accounting told me he's pitching a revolutionary safety innovation he developed. My stomach dropped. He's what? We walked to the conference room. Through the glass wall, I could see Derek pointing at a projected slide. My slide, my diagrams, my cost estimates. That's my proposal, I whispered. Sarah joined us, tablet in hand. He's calling it the Chen Safety Protocol, says he's been working on it for months. That's complete garbage, Marcus said. Jared came up with that idea last week. I was there. I watched as Derek smiled and shook hands with the executives. Mr. Patterson himself was clapping him on the shoulder. When Derek emerged, he saw us standing there. His smile didn't falter. Jared, perfect timing. I just got approval for that safety system. Brilliant idea, wasn't it? My idea, I said quietly. What was that? I said it was my idea, Derek. I sent you that proposal 3 days ago. He laughed loud enough that people turned to look. Come on, Jared. You sent me some rough notes. I had to completely rework everything, do all the actual analysis, make it presentable. That's what managers do. We take employee suggestions and turn them into actionable plans. Those weren't rough notes. That was a complete proposal. Jared, let's not do this here. His voice dropped, gaining an edge. You're a line worker. I'm the department manager. When something good comes out of this department, it reflects on my leadership. That's how the corporate world works. You should be happy the idea is being implemented. Marcus stepped forward. That's not right, Derek. Jared spent hours on that. Marcus, unless you want to join the conversation I'm about to have with HR about insubordination, I suggest you get back to work. Derek's eyes were cold now. Both of you. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept replaying the conversation, the casual way he'd stolen my work, the threat in his voice when I pushed back. Then I remembered something Marcus had said. Derek says we don't have time for all that safety theater. I pulled out my laptop and started a new document. If Derek wanted to play games, I'd play too, but I'd play by the rules, every single rule he'd been breaking. The next morning, I arrived an hour early. I walked through the facility with my phone, photographing everything. Blocked fire exits, missing safety guards, frayed electrical cords, emergency eye wash stations that hadn't been inspected in 18 months. What are you doing? It was Lisa from Quality Control. Just taking some pictures. Of OSHA violations? She looked around nervously. Jared, if Derek catches you... Lisa, when was the last time someone from safety actually walked this floor? She bit her lip. Derek canceled the monthly safety inspections 6 months ago. Said they were disruptive to productivity. Did he now? Can you document that? I have the email. He sent it to all department heads. She paused. Why? Because I'm done watching him cut corners while taking credit for other people's safety ideas. Over the next week, I became a shadow. I documented everything in a password-protected file on my personal laptop. Marcus helped, and so did Lisa. Even Tom from maintenance got involved. Check this out, Tom said, showing me a work order form. Derek denied my request to replace the backup generator. It failed its last 3 tests. What reason did he give? Not in the budget, but he just approved $15,000 for new office furniture for the management suite. I photographed the work order and added it to my growing file. On Thursday, Marcus pulled me aside after shift change. Derek's suspicious. He asked me this morning, "What's Jared been up to? He seems distracted." "What did you tell him?" "That you were upset about the safety proposal thing, but you'd get over it." Marcus lowered his voice. "Kelly overheard Derek on the phone yesterday. He was talking to someone about you, saying you were becoming a problem employee, and he was building a file to terminate you." "He's going to fire me?" "That's what Kelly said. Something about documenting performance issues." Lisa joined us. "I heard that too. Derek's been asking supervisors to write up any mistakes you make, no matter how small. Sarah from HR told me he requested your personnel file yesterday." My hands clenched into fists. "So he steals my idea and now he's going to fire me to cover it up?" "We need to do something," Marcus said. "We have evidence he took credit for your work." "Email timestamps," Lisa added. "I can pull the metadata from your original email to Derek. It'll prove you sent the proposal before his presentation." Tom shook his head. "It won't matter. Derek will just say Jared was contributing to a team effort, or that Jared misunderstood his role. Upper management will side with Derek." "Then we hit him where he can't hide," I said. "The safety violations. OSHA doesn't care about corporate politics." "You're going to report him?" Lisa's eyes widened. "I'm going to bury him in his own negligence." "Jared, man, think about this," Marcus said. "If you do this and it doesn't stick, Derek will destroy your career. He's got connections all over the industry. And if I don't do it, he keeps cutting corners until someone gets seriously hurt or killed." I met each of their eyes. "I can't live with that. Can you?" There was a long silence. "What do you need?" Lisa finally asked. "Everything you've got. Emails, work orders, incident reports. Anything showing Derek knew about safety issues and ignored them." Friday afternoon, Derek called me into his office. Marcus and Lisa watched through the glass wall. "Close the door, Jared." I did, but I kept my phone recording in my pocket. "I've been reviewing your performance lately," Derek began, sliding a folder across his desk. "Multiple supervisors have noted issues: tardiness, attitude problems, quality concerns. That's interesting, considering my performance reviews have been exemplary for 6 years." "Things change. People become complacent, bitter." He leaned back in his chair. "I think you're upset about the safety protocol situation. I get it, but you need to understand your place here." "My place?" "You work on the line, Jared. You follow instructions. You don't get to throw tantrums when management makes decisions you don't like." "I developed that safety system, Derek. You stole it." His expression hardened. "That's a serious accusation, one that could be considered slander." "It's only slander if it's false." "You know what? I've been too lenient with you." He opened another folder. "I'm putting you on a performance improvement plan, 30 days. If you don't meet the metrics I've outlined, you're terminated." I glanced at the document. The metrics were impossible, production targets that no one could meet while following proper safety protocols. "This is retaliation," I said calmly. "This is management." Derek smiled. "Sign it." "No." "Excuse me? I'm not signing a fraudulent document designed to justify my termination." Derek stood up, his face flushing. "You don't have a choice, Jared. You sign it or you're fired for insubordination right now." "Go ahead and try. I've documented everything." "Documented what?" "Every safety violation you've ignored, every corner you've cut, every regulation you've broken." I pulled out my phone and opened the photo gallery. Blocked fire exits, failed equipment, canceled safety inspections, all with your approval. Derek's eyes narrowed. "You've been spying on your workplace? That's grounds for immediate termination. It's called documenting unsafe working conditions. OSHA protects whistleblowers, Derek. You fire me now, and they'll crawl up this facility like ants at a picnic." "You little—" He caught himself, breathing hard. "You have no idea who you're messing with." "Actually, I do. I'm messing with a middle manager who's been gambling with people's safety to make his numbers look good. Those numbers keep this place running, keep you employed. At what cost? Marcus nearly lost his hand last week because you told him to bypass safety protocols. He was careless. He was following your instructions." I stood up. "I'm done with this conversation, Derek. I'm done watching you endanger people. And I'm definitely done letting you take credit for my work." Derek came around the desk, getting in my face. You think you're smart? You think OSHA will believe some disgruntled employee over me? I'll bury you, Jared. I'll make sure you never work in manufacturing again. Is that a threat? It's a promise. You walk out that door, you're finished. I opened the door. Marcus, Lisa, Tom, and several others were standing right outside. Did you all hear that? I asked. They nodded. Derek's face went white, then red. Get out, all of you, get out. You're all fired. You can't fire all of us, Marcus said, and you definitely can't fire us for witnessing your threats. Derek grabbed my shirt. You're going to regret this. That's assault, Lisa said loudly. Everyone saw it. Derek shoved me backward. I stumbled but stayed on my feet. Tom pulled out his phone. Got it on video. Derek looked around at all of us, his chest heaving. You people have no idea what you've done. Neither do you, I said, but you're about to find out. The OSHA inspector arrived Tuesday morning. Her name was Jennifer Reyes, and she had Marcus's injury report, my documentation, and a very serious expression. Mr. Mitchell, I'm Inspector Reyes. Can you show me these violations you reported? Derek intercepted us in the hallway. Inspector, I'm Derek Chen, department manager. I'm sure there's been some misunderstanding. Mr. Chen, I'll need to speak with you shortly. Right now, I'm conducting my inspection. Of course, but I should explain that we recently implemented a new safety protocol. The Chen safety protocol? I asked. You mean my interlock system that you stole credit for? Inspector Reyes looked between us. There's a dispute about intellectual property? Mr. Mitchell is confused, Derek said smoothly. He contributed some preliminary ideas, but the actual system design was... I have the original email I sent to Mr. Chen, I interrupted. Time-stamped 3 days before his presentation, with metadata proving it came from my personal account. I'd like to see that, Inspector Reyes said. Over the next 4 hours, she documented everything. Every blocked exit, every missing guard, every failed inspection. Lisa provided the email where Derek canceled monthly safety checks. Tom showed work orders for critical repairs that Derek had denied. Mr. Patterson himself came down from corporate. What the hell is going on in my facility, he demanded. Inspector Reyes handed him a clipboard. Preliminary findings show 47 serious violations and 12 critical violations. I'm issuing a stop work order for this department until corrections are made. 47? Mr. Patterson looked at Derek. You told me last month we had 0 safety issues. Sir, these are minor things that... Minor? Marcus stepped forward, unwrapping his wrist. I nearly lost my hand because Derek told me to skip lockout procedures to meet quota. Is this true, Derek? Marcus was being careless. I never told him. Yes, you did, Tom interrupted. You said, and I quote, we don't have time for all that safety theater. Just be careful. Multiple witnesses have confirmed this, Inspector Reyes added. I also have video evidence of Mr. Chen physically assaulting Mr. Mitchell and threatening multiple employees with termination for raising safety concerns. Mr. Patterson's face was stone. Derek, my office. Now. Sir, let me explain. Now. After they left, Inspector Reyes turned to me. Mr. Mitchell, you did the right thing. These violations could have resulted in serious injuries or deaths. Someone already got hurt, I said, looking at Marcus. I just made sure it stopped there. The following week, Derek was terminated. The company hired an outside safety consultant to overhaul all procedures. My interlock system was implemented across the entire facility, with proper credit this time. Mr. Patterson called me into his office. Jared, I owe you an apology. Derek deceived everyone, myself included. Thank you, sir. I'm promoting you to acting department manager while we search for Derek's replacement, and I want you to head up the safety committee. I appreciate that, but I have one condition. What's that? Marcus, Lisa, and Tom get raises. They risk their jobs to help expose these problems. Mr. Patterson smiled. Done. Anything else? Yeah. I want it in writing that any employee who reports safety concerns is protected from retaliation. I'll have legal draft a policy this week. The next morning, Derek showed up at the facility. Security stopped him at the gate, but he saw me through the fence. Jared, we need to talk. I walked over. We have nothing to talk about, Derek. Come on, man. I made a mistake. I was under a lot of pressure. Can't we work this out? Work what out? You stole my idea, tried to fire me, assaulted me, and endangered everyone in this facility. I'm sorry. I'll tell Patterson you should get credit for the safety system. We can fix this. You had your chance to do the right thing. Multiple chances. You chose to lie, threaten, and cover up instead. Please, Jared, I've got a family. I can't find another job with this on my record. You should have thought about that before you decided people's safety mattered less than your bonus. You self-righteous. He caught himself. Fine, fine. I hope you're happy ruining my life. I'm not happy, Derek. I'm just done watching you hurt people. He stood there for a moment, then turned and walked away. Marcus joined me at the fence. Feel good? Not really, but it feels right. The new interlock systems are being installed today. Your idea is going to save lives, man. Our idea, I corrected. You, Lisa, Tom, none of this happens without you backing me up. Still, you're the one who had the guts to stand up to him. I watched Derek's car disappear down the road. Someone had to. Have you ever had a boss take credit for your work? What would you do in Jared's situation? Drop a comment below and don't forget to like and subscribe for more true stories about standing up for what's right.